Are you sick of riding in your car? Do you want to feel more connected to the community and the world around you? Do you want to be in nature, to feel the breeze, to hear the birds chirping? You want to flow freely from place to place, to not be shut in a car, to not be stuck in traffic. May I interest you in one of these? Hi, I'm Evan. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Thanks for finding this video. I'm out in front of my apartment eating some watermelon, enjoying the cooler summer day. It has been oppressively hot and humid in Minnesota. Today I'm going to talk a little bit about my latest summer obsession and spring obsession. Biking has just completely changed the way I look at transportation. The bike culture in Minnesota, insane. Okay, there are events going on, it feels like every weekend, big community events, drinking, good food, a good cause most of the time. These are events you can go to and feel like you're part of something. And it feels good to get out on a bike and to be riding with all of these people. The Tour de Luce in the Minneapolis metro area, biking pizza pizza place, and at each place you would get a beer and a slice of pizza, and it was just an absolute blast. I did this with a few of my buddies. Will be doing it again next year for sure. Another fun community event I went to was this giant pencil shaving, which they do on a lake nearby our apartment, and it's just a really silly event. It's a giant pencil in somebody's yard, and they have a whole party around shaving the pencil. And we biked to that event, me and a couple friends, got some food afterwards. It was a really chill day and an event that if you were to drive to it, you would have had to find parking, which, having been there, it was absolutely packed. You could not drive through there. Whereas with a bike, we could literally just walk around with our bikes and watch the event if we wanted to, or just lock them up on somebody's railing, which I ended up doing. You can find things like this happening every weekend. I'm missing out on one in next month, but there's a ride for Alzheimer's. I live out in the suburbs. It's around a 30 to 40-minute bike ride to get downtown. That's not that bad. It feels like nothing. Super close to biking around the lakes. Amber and I went for a beach ride the other day, just biking from our apartment to the beach, and it was around 8 miles round trip. It's just, you feel so free on a bike to explore your environment, even if it's just a ride going down the street. Another thing I've been doing is commuting to work via my bike, and this is something that has completely changed my commute. Anytime I can do it when it's nice outside, I will bike to work, and it completely changes my day. I feel so much more alert and refreshed coming into work and just ready to take on the day when I bike to work. And I am fortunate enough that I do live pretty close to my workplace. So it's around a 15 to 20-minute bike ride, 3 or 4 miles depending on the path I choose. And it's around a 5-minute drive. But I find when I drive, I don't even have enough time to wake up before I get to work. I'm rolling out of bed and I'm going into work just not ready. And biking has really, it lifts my spirit almost. It gets me ready for the day. Another thing I haven't really talked about, but is weird and crazy, is the how much of an effect the wind in my hair or on my face and the sense of the environment around me just really allow me to feel so much more connected to the environment. It's such a more intimate experience than riding in an enclosed car. This feeling of connectedness and intimacy with my environment, feeling the wind in my face, the sense, just, it's such an uplifting effect that, it does get me ready for my workday. Another thing I wanted to talk about is, as a kid growing up, I would take my bike around the neighborhood with my best friends, and we would just kind of explore the sidewalks, go to parks really close by. I feel like biking now has really allowed me to reconnect with those memories and reconnect with the freedom that I felt as a child, because I feel like that is kind of a kid's first sense of freedom can come from riding a bike for the first time. You know, the parents are letting them out of the house, letting them ride their bike around the neighborhood, and that was me. So it's been really nice being able to ride this thing around the city, being able to reconnect with memories like that and making new ones. It's been awesome. At this point, I'm looking for any excuse to get out and ride it, because it is just such a blessing to be able to get out there. And what I wanted to touch on was it is not that hard to get started if you want to experience this for yourself. And I highly recommend that you do. Okay. This is what Amber, my fiance, did. We went on Facebook. She found a bike she liked the look of. We went out and bought it. It was in pretty decent shape, and we got it for under $100. If you don't even want to spend that much, I would recommend finding a ride share in your city, or there are even bikes on Facebook listed for free, and they might not be in the best of shape, but take it to a bike shop. Any local one will do. They'll tell you what is wrong. If you don't want to do the work yourself, you will have to spend some money, but honestly, bikes are not that complicated. I believe in you that you can repair any bike yourself. There are good resources for this. You can rent bike maintenance books from the library. There's a bunch of videos on YouTube. Park Tool is a good resource. They're actually based in Minnesota, and they make a bunch of bike tools specifically for working on bikes. At the end of the day, if I had to define biking, it would be free-flowing mode of transportation, reconnecting me with childhood memories while exploring the city I love with friends I love. And I think that's just such a beautiful thing. And I really hope that this video could have inspired you. Just get on a bike. I'm begging you, because it is awesome. It is awesome. And I think that's all I have to say for now. So let's cut it there. If this video inspired you, subscribe to the channel, like the video, share it with your friends. Go out and bike. Enjoy what it feels like. Enjoy being a part of your environment, part of your community. Feeling the wind in your hair, hearing the birds chirping, getting a good workout in. Whatever biking does for you, enjoy it. Much more enjoyable than sitting in a car, and it's much, much more enjoyable when you're doing it with friends. So get some friends, go rent, take your bikes out, go to a cafe, go to a bar, go to a park, grab your hammock, grab a picnic blanket, pack that up. I'm begging you. Go buy a bike. Please, go bike. Go bike. I implore you. Go bike. I implore you.